Hello there, good morning. Thank you for joining us. This is ConsumerHallaTV News at 8, and we give you the latest update happening around. I am Iri Ayomikole Ike. The start of the news with the headlines. Pengassan urged federal government to sell 51% stake in NNPCL refineries. The African Green Project seeks 3 billion naira funding a summit. And now fan reports fire outbreak at Terminal 1 at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos State. Thank you everyone for joining us on ConsumerHallaTV News at 8. We begin the news this morning as the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria on Sunday over the weekend renewed its call for the federal government to divest majority shares in the nation's state-owned refineries, urging authorities to adopt the Nigeria LNG model by selling at least 51% equity to core investors. Under this arrangement, the government would retain a minority stake while selling a majority shareholding to core investors. Meanwhile, the national president of Pengassan and the Trade Union Congress, Festus Osifo, made a recommendation when he featured as a guest on a national TV. Mr. Osifo said the union had consistently canvassed partial privatization of the refineries over the past 2 decades, insisting that government ownership structure would hinder efficiency and commercial viability. In a new update, the Green Project across Africa is seeking approximately 3 billion naira in funding as investors prepare to engage with a curated pipeline of climate solutions spanning more than 25 countries at Africa's Green Economy Summit 2026 scheduled to held in Cape Town, South Africa. According to the organizers of the summit, the investment pipeline covers early-stage small and medium enterprises, as well as expansion and infrastructure opportunities across sectors, including renewable energy, waste management, circular economy solutions, sustainable agriculture, the blue economy, and nature-based project. The agency is designed to accelerate transactions through focused pitch sessions, investor briefings, and curated one-to-one matchmaking, which is designed to align founders with development finance institutions, commercial banks, venture funds, and specialist partners. Let's report from Lagos State, where an incident happened as the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria has reported a fire outbreak at Terminal 1 of Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos State. The disclosure came in a statement posted on the authority official X page yesterday. The airport authority has confirmed that no casualties have been recorded, and emergency teams are on site working to contain the situation. The passengers and stakeholders at the airport have been urged to reclaim calm while FAN continues to monitor the incident and provide update. FAN said its firefighting team is actively responding to the incident and reassure the public that lives are not at risk. However, on the fire incident, the airport authority promised to provide more update as the situation develops. That's quite a pathetic one right there. Now, talking about development, Spotify reports that Nigerian users streamed over 1.4 million hours of music last year, while total podcast consumption in the platform since the launch has exceeded 59 billion hours. This is according to a statement released by Spotify to News Agency of Nigeria yesterday in Lagos State. The figure reflects the rapid growth of streaming in Nigeria at an average rate of 163% over the past 5 years. According to Spotify, the average Nigerian listener is 26 years old, demonstrating a young and adventurous market that engages with a wide range of music and podcast content. The streaming growth has been driven by both genre diversity and language, with Afrobeat leading the charge, seeing a 5,000% increase in streams locally between 2021 and 2025. Now join me now as we move to Enugu State. In Enugu State, the Enugu State Structures for Signage and Advertisement Agency has fixed a mandatory 150 million naira advertising permit for political parties and candidates ahead of the coming election. According to a statement issued by the agency General Manager Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, Mr. Francis Wike, Following a management meeting held at its headquarters in Enugu, the directive comes as the political activities begin to build towards the next election. According to Mr. Francis Anikwe, all political parties and candidates must obtain the campaign permit before deploying any virtual campaign materials or rather promotion items. The agency said the 150 million permits grant approval to deploy campaign materials such as banners, billboards, branded vehicles, t-shirts, caps, and bills, and street campaign promotions across both urban and rural communities in the state. But move away from Enugu now. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency arrests a million-bound passenger Michael Gohori, also known as Anunwa Michael, at Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, for ingesting 82 wraps of cocaine. This was disclosed in a statement signed by Mr. Femi Babafemi, the Director of Media and Advocacy, at the NDLE headquarters in Abuja on the 1st of February this year. The arrest forms part of the ongoing operations by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency targeting illegal drug trafficking through Nigeria's airport and land borders. According to NDLEA, Mr. Michael's statement says a 41-year-old Ivory Coast indigene was intercepted at the departure roll during outward clearance of Ethiopian Airlines flight ET940 to Milan via Addis Ababa, where he was taken for a body scan. The result confirmed ingestion of illegal substances. And now let's move to the foreign scene. Canada has revised its study permit policy, reducing the validity period granted to international students who must complete preparatory courses before beginning longer academic programs. This is according to updated guidance issued to immigration officers by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship in Canada. Report says that the prerequisite courses are like a pre-degree or master's program and must be completed before allowing to start the main course of study. According to Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, study permits for prerequisite courses will now be issued for only 90 days beyond the duration of the preparatory program. And after completing the prerequisite, the student must apply for a new study permit for the main program. The report further says if the application is submitted from within Canada, the student will continue studying under maintained status while the new permit is processed. Let's move away from the foreign scene now, talking business. The Gateway Mortgage Bank Limited has announced the successful acquisition of 2.2 billion naira from the Ministry of Finance, incorporated into the Real Estate Investment Fund. The fund, specifically designed to provide long-term, low-interest financing, marks a significant milestone for the Ogun State government-owned institution as it scales up efforts to make affordable housing a reality for both residents and Nigerians in the diaspora. Speaking on the development, last week Wednesday, the acting managing director of Gateway Mortgage Bank, Mrs. Ronke Akinyele, confirmed that the bank has moved beyond the approval stage and is already actively injecting the capital into the housing market. Thank you so much for still joining us. If you are just joining us on the news, this is ConsumerHallaTV News at 8. Now the Nigerian equities market extended its bullish run week on week as sustained demand across key sectors lifted the benchmark index thundering into record territory amid the rise in global oil prices. The market recorded the highest week-on-week gain as investors gained over 8 trillion naira from their investment listed to the Nigerian Exchange Limited. The review of the market performance last week showed that the Nigerian foreign exchange market capitalization, which represents the value of equities, rose significantly to record the highest this year at 126 trillion from 117 trillion naira the previous week. Moreover, in the same vein, another stock market performance indicator says the all-share index climbed higher by 6.95% to close last Friday over the weekend at 194,989 points from 182,313 points the previous week. However, analysts noted that this reflects the growing investor confidence, underpinned by selective institutional accumulation and renewed positioning in fundamentally strong counters. Meanwhile, in the broader macro environment, the global oil prices provided additional sentiment support. We're still giving you updates on the report. The Brent crude traded above $71 per barrel, while the WTI hovered near $66 amid renewed geopolitical tension in the Middle East. And now to bring the news to an end. The Lagos State government has approved a 13% increase in fares across all services under the bus reform initiative, which includes the bus rapid transit system and standard bus route throughout the state. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu granted the approval after receiving a passionate appeal from the regulated public transport operators who highlighted the mounting challenges strengthen the long-term viability of their operations in Nigeria's current economic climate. In a statement by Head of Corporate Communication, Lamata Kolawole Ojelabi, the revised fare structure will come into effect from the 2nd of March 2026. Official statement says the adjustment is designed to help offset the severe impact of ongoing economic pressures on public transport providers, and it also aligns with the state previously established annual fare review mechanism, as the urgency of the measure is driven by persistent inflationary trends. We've come to the end of ConsumerHallaTV News at 8. It's a pleasure having you there watching the news. I am Iri Ayomikunle Eke. Please stay with us for the rest of the day and follow us on all our social media platforms and subscribe to YouTube channel ConsumerHallaTV. Bye for now.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrives.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
Hi people, my name is Mo Fakorede and I am a filmmaker and a film director, and you're watching ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is everything consumer advocacy, consumer rights, everything that has to do with consumers. This TV, you'll watch, you'll learn, you'll be educated, and you'll be entertained. Keep watching ConsumerHalla.
My name is Olubukola Ozone, a photographer and a social media enthusiast. You're watching ConsumerHallaTV. It's a consumer advocacy TV. If you have a problem, anything, any consumer related problem, just holla at them, just like their name implies, and they're going to get it sorted for you. Keep watching, stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, my name is Joba Jalabi. I'm a marketing communications professional. I currently lead marketing at Flash Change, a fintech startup. Keep watching ConsumerHallaTV, a consumer advocacy channel.
Hello, my name is Sharon Rotimi. I'm an actor and I am on ConsumerHalla TV. Now, ConsumerHalla TV is a consumer advocacy channel. So if you have any issues, consumer-related issues with brands and services, you can reach out to them and they will be sure to handle it or to cater to you. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Iyebiye Adeton. I'm a film poster designer and illustrator. This is ConsumerHalla TV. It's a consumer advocacy channel. We show content on consumers-based news, entertainment, and all of that. So I urge you guys to stay tuned to ConsumerHalla TV.
My name is Anoluwapo Alao, a sales consultant for Star Times Nigeria. This is a ConsumerHalla TV, where they discuss anything consumer needs and get knowledge about anything about consumer. So keep watching.
Hi, my name is Adebola Ogushino. I'm a filmmaker and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. Any consumer-related issues, they've got you.
Hi, my name is Stephen Olorunshisi. I'm a strategy and sales professional, currently working with Obey, and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. I mean, this is one of the channels that you don't want to but stay on. Consumer advocacy, brand promotion, everything consumer, what you need to learn for your business to grow. This is a channel where you learn, where you experience entertainment too, but it's good for businesses, for brands, and for an entrepreneur. If you want to know more about businesses, want to know more about brands, please stay watching. Alright, thank you so much, ConsumerHalla TV. Keep watching.
Hello everyone, my name is Olanite Abidemi Adesina. I'm the lead principal partner at Holland Tech, and I'm a core artificial intelligence researcher. So I will advise everyone out there to remember that the only thing constant is change, and so we're in the era where you as a consumer, you have to adapt to that change, and that change is technology. And ConsumerHalla TV has come to showcase the need for technology in today's practice, as a consumer on one end and as a consumer stakeholder on the other end. Either you have a product you're pushing out there, ConsumerHalla TV is available for you to tell you the best approach to go on how to infuse technology to drive a product, and as a consumer, how to use technology to analyze the best product that will satisfy and give you the best of the thing. So stay tuned, join us regularly, and keep getting the latest updates and the best service a consumer can get on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, at ConsumerHalla TV. Thank you very much, and we always have you the best of information. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Oluwafemi Peter Oladele. I'm a medical laboratory scientist and the chairman for the Young Medical Laboratory Scientists Forum for Lagos State. Encouraging you to always be on this platform, the ConsumerHalla TV, for everything consumer related, where you get information about the market, about brands, and all things around that. I promise you it's very engaging, very enlightening. Knowledge is power. Stay connected on all social media platforms, and trust me, you won't want to miss it.
My name is Dr. Ajibade, Media and Insight Manager at Rights Representative, and I'm on ConsumerHalla TV. And I want you to be watching this TV because it's a consumer advocacy TV. Anything have to do with consumers, anything have to do with your complaints, any issues that you have, concern anything, this is a platform that you can come to actually air your opinion. And you can follow them on all social media platforms, and also on YouTube. ConsumerHalla TV, the best channel for you.
Hey, hello, this is Alex Afolalu. I'm a property lawyer in Nigeria, and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. If you are having any consumer rights issues or your consumer rights have actually been violated, always make effort to reach out to ConsumerHalla TV. They are go-to person. They're actually going to help you. They're going to connect you with the right channel to actually help you solve any consumer violation issues or problems you are actually having. So ConsumerHalla TV is the name.
Hello, good day. My name is Tunde Balogun. I'm the lead pastor at the Kingsborough Church in London. And you're watching ConsumerHalla TV, which is a new initiation into the TV industry in Nigeria, the first of its kind in Nigeria. And I know that it's going to bring value and quality into the service industry. ConsumerHalla TV is here to offer value to service industry and to give a voice to consumers, bring awareness to the brand industry, and also bring education to what it is to have quality for what you paid for. I know that through ConsumerHallaTV, you are going to be able to get what you have paid for quality-wise and also give a voice to you in wherever it is that you do. I am here to support and give a shout out to say that keep watching ConsumerHallaTV and we'll have a better quality for value in Nigeria and in the global space. Please continue to watch ConsumerHallaTV because it is here to make things work better for you. It is on this note that I would like to say a big congratulations to the chairman and CEO of ConsumerHallaTV, Pastor Tunde Olufowora, and all the staffs of this great organization. Thank you for what you do. You are making things happen for us, and I pray that God bless you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Toyin Balogun. I'm here to give a shout out to ConsumerHallaTV, #1 platform helping you to shop smart, spend wisely, and live better. Anytime you have any kind of issues with your shopping, or you want to know a very honest review, please contact ConsumerHallaTV, here to help you. And please join the community where we can all make life easy and better for all of us.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer. And as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
Fruits are essential to the human body. In fact, they're a major source of what a balanced diet should be. Hello consumers, welcome back to another episode of Market Today on ConsumerHallaTV. And today we are back at K2 Market. Yes, we've been here before, but as we all know, prices change, seasons change, and the market tells a new story every few months. So that is why we are here today to check out what's the latest on the prices of fruits at this fruit market located in K2. My name is Pisunweke, and this is me on Market Today for ConsumerHallaTV. Come with me, guys. You don't want to miss this. Hello, good morning, ma.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, so how is market today?
We thank God.
We thank God. Okay. Ma, can you tell me your name?
My name is Mrs. Slimon.
Okay. Mrs. Adeba. Okay, Mrs. Slimon. Tell me what you sell in K2 Fruit Market.
I'm selling pineapple.
Pineapple.
Yes.
Okay. So I see that you have pineapples here. So just tell me about this business. What type of pineapple do you have? How much do you sell the pineapple? Just walk me through everything.
We have 4 types of pineapple.
Okay.
2 came from Cotonou. That's Benue. Is it Benue? No, Cotonou. 1 comes from Ikorodu, another one from Bende. That's it. But as at now, it's only Bende and Cotonou we have in the market. And that Cotonou is 2 types. One look like this, another one long neck like this. That's it.
So I mean, for educational purpose, which one is sweeter, the long neck or this one?
The long neck is very sweet.
Okay.
It's very sweet. Okay. Even though I don't used to drink it, but it's very sweet.
It's very sweet.
Very, very sweet.
Okay.
After that one, Bende.
Bende.
That's it.
Okay. So let's talk about the prices. You've talked about the 4 types of pineapple that we have. So let's talk about the one you have right now. Which one do you have in this shop?
We have Bende. This is Bende.
Bende.
Yes.
Okay. So how much do you sell the Bende? Because I see there are different sizes here. So how do you sell according to the size?
This one I'm selling it 18,000. We have 15,000. It depends on the size. We have 2,000. We have 1,000. I'm talking of dozen.
Okay.
Different types. We have.
So this one is 18,000.
This one is 18,000 for the dozen for today. This one, I sold it 12,000, 13,000, 14. It depends on the size. That's it.
Okay, so if you are going to sell it, per one, yeah.
They are selling like that 18,000. We can sell it 2,000 or 1,500. Even though we are selling 3,000 to 5. It depends on how the market, the pineapple is big.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so where do you buy the pineapple from?
I've said it earlier now.
Yeah.
This one is from Bende.
Bende, yeah.
We have another one from Cotonou. We have another one, our own
pineapple. Yeah.
That's Kurodu. From Kurodu side. That's where we are buying.
Since you mentioned that you have the one from Bende, is it that do you go to Bende to go and bring it, or you have a supplier that brings it to you?
I don't go to Bende. Okay. I have customer.
You have customer.
So some people are going there. A customer used to send it to me. I send money, so he send it to me. Some people are going there.
Okay, ma. So how long have you been in this business?
I was born in this business.
Wow.
I was born and brought up there.
In this business.
Yes.
And you like this business? It's
very,
sustainable.
Very, very, very nice.
Okay, so let's talk about your customers. Do you have returning customers that will always buy from you?
Yes, I have. So even though they will not come, they will ask me to send. They will come that they need market and I will send to them.
Okay, so why do they trust you like that? Trust you so much like that?
Today is not our first time. It's not our second time. We have been dealing with each other since almost 6, 7, 8 years. Yeah. So we know each other. So
okay, so let's talk about the past 2 months. That was the December period, the January period. Will you say compared to now, the prices?
That time if you come to this market, you will not wait. If you come to this market,
so it was very expensive.
No, it's not expensive, but very cheap.
Wow.
Everywhere was like this on that time. Even though you'll be begging them to buy it 3,000, 5,000 dozen, they will not answer you.
That was December, January.
That was January.
Wow.
Early this January. The market just change now. Let's say this week.
Yeah.
From early that January.
So January, you could buy a dozen for 5,000 naira.
Yes, now. Yes.
And it will still be as big as.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Even though you don't see person buy and sell, you go to beg. But this is the season. We are in this Ramadan season now. So everything will change. Even though that one that I'm telling you that is plenty. They are cutting it from one farm. Yeah. It has finished here. So another one that is coming out now, that one will be cost. We will buy it cost and we will sell it cost. That's it.
Okay, ma. So just tell me, since you sell, the prices are also determined by the season.
Yes.
So Is it pineapple you sell all year round, or when there's no pineapple in season you sell other
It's pineapple that I sell all year round.
You sell
It's only pineapple. I don't sell anything.
You don't sell anything.
It's only pineapple.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning. How are you today? Okay, so can you tell me your name and what you sell in this market?
My name is Jimoru Kayat.
You said what?
Jimoru Kayat.
Jimoru Kayat. Okay, what about you?
Me, my name is Badmos Folashade.
Okay, so I have two pretty ladies with me, Jimoru Kayat and Miss Folashade. So what do you sell in this market?
Selling pawpaw.
Pawpaw. So this is the pawpaw area. You still have another market. Okay. So now that we are here, I said that we have different sizes of pawpaw. So can you just walk me through how you sell based on the size?
So there is 500 euro, 1,000,
okay,
1,500,
okay,
2,000, 3,000.
Okay, oh yeah, point to the 500 on, point to the 1,000, the 2,000. Don't stand up. Don't stand up. You can just point it to me. I mean, it's in the hip, so just point it. This one, how much? If you want to sell from this side, how much is it?
1,000.
1,000 naira. So what about this side?
1,500.
This one is 1,500. That big one over there?
2,500.
That one is 2,500.
Yes.
What about this small one?
500.
That's a 500.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm looking at that one over there. How much is it?
That one is 2,150.
2 for 1,500. Yes. So why is it 2 for 1,500?
Because it's just.
Okay, it's not fresh. Okay. So where are the fresh ones? If I want to buy, those are the fresh ones. Okay. So this pawpaw that you sell now, how do you sell to your customer? Like, do you only sell as a retailer, or do you sell for people that also come and buy to go and resell?
We are selling for retailer and we are selling for people that go and we buy and go and sell.
So where do you buy from? Where do you buy from? Where?
For Benin State.
From Benin State. So you have a supplier in Benin State. Okay. So how much do you buy a bag from? How do you buy it from Benin State?
So that one motor is 350,000.
Wow. So the one motor will cost, then you sell it. They will bring it for you from Benin, and then when it comes, you sell it. You buy it for 350,000 naira. Okay, so when you buy, sometimes you see the good ones, sometimes you see the not so good ones, the ones that are already getting spoiled. So how do you manage loss like that, profit and loss in that way?
We reduce the money of that soft one.
Okay.
And the good one, they add money.
So to balance it out.
Yes.
Okay, so how long have you been in this market? How long have you been selling in this market?
Now, 7 years.
7 years. So do you is this your shop, or like are you selling for, do you sell for your dad, your mom, or your uncle, or
for my boss?
For your boss. Yes. That's so nice. Okay, so one other question I have for you is based on your customer base. Do you have people that will always buy from you?
Yes.
You have people that will always come to you to buy, your customer. Yes. So why do they buy from you?
Because we do good to them.
You do good to them?
Yes.
How do you do good to them? I mean, I'm also good to you right now.
We sell it for them cheap. That is why
that's the reason. Okay, so let's talk about December period, January period. Will you say that the prices compared to now, the prices you sold for that period, will you say that it's cheaper or it's more expensive?
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper. So how much do you sell it for during December, during January? So you don't remember the price? You don't remember the price? Okay then, thank you so much for your time. Hello, good morning, ma.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine.
100. We have to try to buy as many as you can.
So market must have really moved fast today.
Yes.
That's so nice. Okay, so I'm looking at this big thing. My mind is telling me it's sour soup, but let me just confirm from you. Is it sour soup?
This is not sour soup.
Okay.
It's a jackfruit.
Jackfruit.
Yes.
Wow. So where do you get it?
It come from far places.
Okay.
And from far, like those people like Turkey area. Then some people like Adamo area. Those people that still having all this big tree around, because it's not a small tree. It's a big tree.
It's a big tree.
Some people call it, but like Eastern people, Eastern region also, then they have it here.
Okay.
They have it here. Some call it sycamore, some call it olive, some call it jackfruit. Then some people call it holy fruit.
Okay.
Because when Jesus Christ was preaching that in those days, that short man, what do you call it? Zacchaeus. This is the tree that the man climbed that day to see Jesus Christ where he was.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely learning a lot right now. All right, thank you, ma.
Then, if you want to eat it, some people doesn't know how to eat it.
Okay.
Then when you buy it like this, by the time it will ripe, you see it soft. When you touch it, it will soft, and you'll be perceiving like mango, like pineapple, and that's how you will know that it's ripe. You will not peel it, you eat it. Then those seeds, everything inside is sweet. Then those you will see another seeds inside. That seed we boil it and eat it. Like one woman that come to buy two just now. He say he love the seed most.
Okay.
The seed inside the seed, he love it, but the seed inside most is what makes her to buy. Not buy two for 10,000. But that one was big, but it's bigger
so
than
that one.
this one.
That one that you sold for 10,000, two for 10,000 was bigger than
It's
this.
bigger than
so
this.
okay, let's talk about the size you have here right now. How much do you? How much will you sell?
We have 4,000, have 3,000 now.
Wow.
The one that is on
Okay, I'm totally lost. Okay, now that we've known about the jackfruit or the sycamore fruit, Okay, let's talk about the avocados. I see the one you have there, even though you said you've sold almost all your market, but you still have some little over there. So how much do you sell them?
Like 25 pieces. We have the one that time you come last. Like that 25 pieces, the one we sell like 20, 25, 30. We are selling it 15,000. Oh, big out. Like this one now, it's very big. No, this half.
Okay, half bag.
This half bag.
And how much is it?
That I sold it 40,000 because it's very big.
Okay.
But all those ones we have 25 for 10,000. Even there are some 25 or 7,000 now because we are in season.
Okay, so the prices of foods are determined by the season.
Yes.
So when it's in season, it's actually cheaper.
Then it will now fall. It will be cheaper.
So what fruits are in season right now?
Like this avocado is in season. Then this pineapple bende.
It's in season. Okay, so where do you get these fruits from? Where do you buy from?
This one.
This
I have a one woman that used to bring. I don't know where it came, but the way one day I met her, is not even persuading me to buy that I will sell it. So it's now forced me to buy it. And then when I start buying it from her, I said that people are patronizing me.
What about the avocado?
The avocado, we have a where we buy it, the feed. We have a big place. I think we know that place.
No. I take it to that place. I want to go to that place.
But it's in this market?
Yeah, inside this market. Now, you see plenty. That then when we go there, we select the one we like the best that will attract customer. Is the one we will buy and bring it outside.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, do you sell in basins, like this small basin?
Yes.
Do you also sell, if as for retailers, people that,
like even two, even one.
Oh, so if you're going to sell one, how much will you sell it?
We have 500 naira, we have 700 naira, we have 500 naira.
Wow.
And now.
For now. Okay, when the avocado is not in season, when the jackfruit is not in season, what do you sell in K2 market? What other fruit do you sell in K2 compared to the December period? Let's talk about the price change. Do you think the prices have changed, or do you think they are stable right now?
Very, very changed. It's falling.
Okay.
It's falling.
It's
now.
falling.
It's falling. Maybe from April, May.
Yeah.
So the thing will be rising up because everybody's having it in the village.
Yeah.
By that, everybody's rushing to bring it back, to bring it to Lagos, to purchase money. This is produced once in a year.
Wow. Okay.
All these fruit is produced once in a year. By the time when you are plucked now, remember that it's next year again.
Wow.
That's why when everybody's are plucked, sometimes it's not see to buy good discount. The little one they will bring, they will add money. But we still buy it because people need it.
Okay, so you're telling me that the price change based on the season?
Yes.
On the availability?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine, I'm fine.
Okay, so can you tell me your name, ma?
My name is Yasmin.
Okay, that's the name. That's what people in the market
know me.
Okay, what about you, sir?
Obama. Obama. Obago.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, so what do you sell in K2 market?
I sell I sell plantain, I sell fruits.
You sell fruits. Okay, so right now, let's talk about the watermelon that here. How much do you sell? How do you sell based on the size? Because I know there are different sizes here.
We sell dozen. I will sell pieces.
Price. I have 6, I have 3, I have 1, 12.
Okay, ma, so let's talk about the prices of the watermelon. How do you sell based on size? Because I can see that there are different sizes here.
Yes, I have 1,000 naira. I have big one, 2,000, 2,500, 1,500. 1,000.
1,000. That's per piece.
Yes.
Okay, so if you were going to sell, in dozen, how much would you sell?
We have small one and big one. But we sell this one, something like this, we sell it in 20K.
That's the big one.
Big one. The second one, we sell dozen 15K. We sell 10, 8, so like that.
Okay, so what's the cheapest dozen? Price of dozen that you can get? Yes.
They're like 5K.
So it will be very small.
Small. We don't have the size there.
But people buy it.
Yes, but it's small.
Okay, so I don't know. It's very small.
Yes.
And it's 5,000 naira.
Yes.
And then people buy it.
Yes, no.
Okay. So let's talk about how long you've been in this market. How long have you been in K2 market?
K2 market.
Yes, like you've been selling fruits.
You can't come just like that and come and sell it. You learn it. So you understand. So I learned 12 years in service before I start my.
Before you start.
First we learn.
You learn.
You learn it and you do the freedom. After the freedom, you're free to sell your own.
You're free to
I will shop.
Okay, so Ma, tell me, how long have you been selling fruits, watermelon in K2 market?
Don't tell. Done is like 15 years now. Wow. Or 20 years.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about where you get them from. Where do you buy from? Where does your supplier, bring it, supply you from?
Some people bring it from Ogbomoso side, north. No, we have to Antiwa.
Right? It's come from promotion.
That's Tiwantiwa is the locally
our own. She come from promotion, but some she come from Kano. They also bringing it. And when they bring it here, so you sell to person. So the person now end up in a shop, starting to selling it. But now we have so many shops there. So many people have, no one people have this own shop. So now this woman buy and selling. It's like we buy from the person that have it and come and we sell it. So that's the rest.
Okay. So right now you can buy from somebody in the market and resell.
Sell your own. You understand?
Yes.
When you calculate it, when you buy those now, you buy those at 20k. And it doesn't is 12. So you know how to sell one. You calculate it before you sell it.
Okay, so I know that most fruits due majorly on season. Would you say it's the same thing for watermelon?
Season of it. She have season now.
Watermelon has season.
You have season. Dry season. No market. No fruit. No have season. But this like one, you have season now. Your season be now.
Which one?
Bendel.
Okay.
Our own now they call Bendel. So that long one, you have season. He's talking about Cotonou pineapple.
Yes.
But that one is not here now. That one is more. So they import it from Cotonou. This one is from Benin.
Okay.
I'm talking about the pineapple.
Oh, I get you. But what about watermelon? Does watermelon have season?
She has season now.
Oh, you have to wait for me.
I'm already told you. There is two types of watermelon. And they bring one from the promotion. One is for nuts. So they have season. Dry season day and the normal season that they used to sell plenty and much.
Okay, so let's talk about the past 2 months during December period and January. Would you say the prices were higher compared to now?
No, now that is fasting. So everything will be going up. So before they sell this one 3k, but now it should be 25k. Because the reason is for fast. So everybody come, the population of the people now,
the demand increases. So okay.
So that's why everything will go up. This one now we sell it 2.5 before, so it becomes 3.5. So 1,000 difference. So you understand.
So are you saying that after Ramadan, after the fasting period, the prices will come down?
It will crash.
What about your customer base? Do you think you have a loyal customer base? People that we always buy from. Anytime they want to buy watermelon, pineapple in Ketu market, they will always come to you.
I have my customer. Everybody have his own customer. So if I don't in market now, they will call me. Say that some people call me now when I was offloading this market. Say they need pineapple. So I've already called them. How many dozen do you need? They say they need 2 dozen. So I will keep it down for them. When they come, they will pay me. So I have people that I'm doing supply for. But it's 2 days in 1 week. They will come on Tuesday and Friday. So now today I've already supplied. So they will call me now on Friday if they need more.
Okay, so quick one, the last one before you leave. What is the most affordable pineapple, the cheapest price of pineapple that you have?
The cheapest is 3,000. We sell it 3,000 now, but before we sell it 1,000 because it's too many. But now I'm already be going small. So they will not sell that one now. 3,500 or 3,000. Cheapest one.
Thank you so much for your time. So what is the cheapest watermelon you have here right now? The cheapest one?
This is 1,000.
So this is the cheapest one you have here?
Yes,
that's 1,000 naira.
2,000 naira.
Okay. All right, thank you, ma. Yes, we have explored Ketu Fruit Market, and we have seen that the availability of fruits are based on the types and the seasons. Now the types and the seasons also determine the price in which these different fruits are sold for. Hello consumers, hope you enjoyed today's season and hope you know the latest price of your favorite fruits the next time you want to visit this fruit market located at Ketu. It is not over, but until the next episode, you can catch us on ConsumerHallaTV on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. My name is Chris Nweke, and this is Market Today on ConsumerHallaTV. Until the next episode, bye for now.
Hello consumers, you have the right to be heard, absolutely. So join us on the conversation, share your brand experience, where you tell us all your experiences about brand on the outer world via our YouTube channel every Wednesday from the hour of 4:20 to 5:20. You can watch us via our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and subscription is free. Follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Share your brand experience. It's about storytelling. It's about experiences.
Hello consumers, you're welcome to another exciting episode of Consumer Voice on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Consumer Voice is a show where we'll be visiting different places in Lagos to check out people's preferences, hear what the consumers have to say about different leading brands that they make use of.
Hello, it's your boy here, Iremofeko Foworola, and you know what? They call me the AUF General Overseer. Every day is a blessing and it is meant to be enjoyed maximally with AUF packages that put a smile on our faces. And guess what? That is why this show AUF is for you. You can get to know about trendy market slashes, promos, offers, and juicy deals that put a smile on your faces, and you can always enjoy them maximally. And you know one thing that is so interesting about this show? It is a blend of English and Pidgin. As I dey run you English, now I go dey marry am with Pidgin, make am spicy. So catch me every time on the show to enjoy more about trendy AUF packages.
Public service announcement. Hello consumers, I am Kikelomo Ajibola and welcome to the Scam Alert segment on ConsumerHallaTV. Scam Alert educates viewers about various scams affecting consumers. We learn tips on how to identify fraudulent activities and provide advice on protecting our personal information. We aim to raise awareness and empower viewers to avoid falling victim to scams. We cover various topics such as phishing, identity theft, fraudulent investment schemes, and many more. You want to catch up on how these scammers invade our lives? Join us every Tuesday by 12:30 p.m. for Scam Alert on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is absolutely free. And in case you're not following us across all our social media platforms, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. Don't say I didn't do anything for you this 2025. Bye.
Welcome to In the Marketplace. We are taking you on a journey behind the scene of Nigeria's most vibrant market, from the sight and sound of the market to the stories of the people who makes it thrive. We will be sharing the untold stories that brings this market to life. Join us as we explore the history, challenges, and triumphs of the market vendors. We will dive into the daily lives of the people who call market home and uncover the secret that makes this market special. You will get to see the passion, energy, and dedication that goes into making this market success. Tune in to the In the Marketplace on ConsumerHallaTV on Thursday by 11 a.m. to experience the sight and sound. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handle on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Elizabeth Abefe.
Hello fellow consumers, are you looking for a program where we give analysis about brand and a program where we project the voice of the consumer? Join my team and I on Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box by calling on the program to get your issues resolved.
And in case you are wondering where Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be showing, please join us on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is free by 2 p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. every Mondays and Wednesdays. Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be airing and will be here to provide you any information on brands and also issues that you have pending for us to resolve. Also follow us across all our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHalla TV. And that is why at ConsumerHalla TV,
You deserve to be heard. Hi everyone, I am Iri Ayomikunle Eke. Join me live on Perspective every Mondays to Friday from the hour of 9 to 10, where we have meaningful and engaging conversation about all the burning and pressing issues making the round. Issues related to our economy and consumers. It's conversing, it's relatable, it's beyond interview. We have expert analysts who gives updated analysis about all aspects of a conversation. Join the moving train by subscribing to our YouTube channel, ConsumerHalla TV, and do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHalla TV. Stay informed. Thank you.
I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Market Today is the show where we visit different markets across Nigeria, Lagos, to check out the prices of different things, ranging from household items to foodstuffs to cosmetics, electronics, every other thing.
In a world of hustle and bustle, entertainment keeps us alive, and that is why at ConsumerHalla TV, we ensure you enjoy all around 360-degree entertainment program. Screen Time is the show for you, where you enjoy top 5 countdown, celebrity of the week, exclusive interview, and other segments.
Don't mind it, it's just a jealous person.
Oh,
It's new movie release, updates, and screen time. I'm going to enjoy myself because this is my favorite time on the program. I get to recommend good movie for you, and I'm also waiting for you to recommend movies to me also in the comment section. Screen time is not just all about entertainment, it is relaxing and also educational. So that is why we are bringing to you Screen Time on ConsumerHalla TV. And in case you're wondering where to join us every Mondays by 5 o'clock p.m. at ConsumerHalla TV on our YouTube channel. Subscription is very, very free. And in case you have not followed us across all our social media platforms, please do so. We are begging you, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also TikTok at ConsumerHalla TV. What are you waiting for? Click on that follow and subscribe right now.
And from the I to the R to the E to the M to the F to the E, my name is Iremofe Koforola, the man always clothed in wealth and strength.
And I am Kikelomo Ajibola. Toodles!
Good morning, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us on Perspective, the breakfast show on ConsumerHalla TV, where we talk about all pressing and burning issues making the rounds. I am Iri Ayomikunle Eke, and today will be quite special because I'm not the only one on the conversation this morning. Kike, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Now, thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. Happy New Month.
Happy New Month.
All right.
Actually.
Okay. I'm sure you're ready for the conversation.
I am. This is my first time on Perspective.
All right. Good
Let's
then.
go.
Let's kickstart. On today's edition of Perspective, we'll be decal a bit because we'll be looking into the crucial role of a medical laboratory scientist in the fight against the antimicrobial resistance. And the medical laboratory scientists are key players in fighting antimicrobial resistance, AMR, I beg your pardon. They use tests like microscopy, culture, and the susceptibility to test the identify pathogens, which are the bacterium, virus, or other microorganisms that can cause disease, and also to guide treatment and track the resistance patterns. This helps preserve the antibiotic effectiveness and protect the public health. Simple actions like seeking proper diagnosis and avoiding self-medication, which can make a big difference. And for more insight on the conversation this beautiful morning, we have Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele, who will help us understand the importance of this conversation relating to our economy. It's a pleasure to have you, Mr. Peters. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, then. You look dap.
Thank you.
All right, are you ready for the conversation?
Definitely.
All right, good. Now let's get into it. What are the most common misconceptions about AMR, and how can we address them in Nigeria?
So, the biggest one would be the common knowledge which we are driven by at the start of the word, which is that every ailment, every sickness is malaria or typhoid.
Yeah.
So this belief has driven us to everyone being physicians of their own. You'll see a mother who sees a child, I have a headache, I feel hot, and just runs to the chemist,
yeah.
to, not even the pharmacy.
The chemist, that we call in Nigeria.
A chemist, just a roadside shop to get medication, anti-malaria, antibiotics, to just get them treated. And once they feel that, okay, this person, the fever has broken, no more headache, they stop the medication. And according to World Health Organization, it is funny to say that wellness is, or well-being is not just absence of disease. It's not just when you don't feel well. It's the complete and wholesome physical, mental, and social well-being. There are some people, they don't feel hot, they don't have fever, but then they are sick. They are mentally sick. So if you not say that, okay, it's only when you have fever that you're sick, it's a fallacy. So the major misconception is the fact that we do not understand that well-being or wellness is far beyond just absence of these symptoms.
Okay.
There are many diseases that might have the same symptom. Take, for example, the common cold.
Yeah.
Influence caused by maybe influenza. And also look at, compare that with pneumonia. Bacterial pneumonia, though they do have the same catarrh, cough and all that, but then if you use antibiotics for what you can just treat with by just resting, because your body makeup has its own war machineries that fight these things, which are the white blood cells. So sometimes what we just need is rest, but then everything is malaria, typhoid. So I believe that with this understanding that not everything needs treatment first, and the right way, how do you know that your the cause of your car's fault if you don't take it to a mechanic to diagnose it?
Exactly.
So we just see ourselves just doing things just because we feel like it.
I think we even take care of our cars more than we take care of ourselves, because we all know that you cannot just open your bonnet and start, going through it. But when it comes to our body, ourselves, which is actually the engine of life, we don't get to take care of it as much as we do other things in life. But before we continue on the conversation this morning, I want to actually understand what AMR is, what is antimicrobial resistance, what causes them, and the facts that many Nigerians may be familiar of, there is something that causes this particular thing, but they don't know what it is and how they can avoid it.
Okay. In simple terms, let's take, for example, someone comes to you and gives you a slap through this door. The next day, the person comes through this door and gives you the same slap. The third day, the person comes through this door and gives you the same slap. What would be your response? You might want to close the door to prevent that kind of assault. So antimicrobial resistance, in simple terms, is when the drug, which is the antibiotics, we use for bacteria, because antibiotics is for bacteria.
Okay.
So when you use antibiotics for a viral infection, it won't work. So antimicrobial resistance is this: the bacteria that does antibiotics, as opposed to kill, they grow resistant. They create some kind of shell wall against the antibiotics that is being used.
Okay.
So that is the simple concept of what antimicrobial resistance is. So that is how this happens. So the general knowledge is this: we've seen that, you see people say that, okay, Staph aureus, if you have this thing, Staph aureus, you hear that this thing very commonly. And then when you see someone with maybe UTI, when you see someone with, maybe some people even STIs. I've seen a lady when I was doing my service. She just she told me that she was having some kind of feeling, and she brought out an antibiotics, just the one that she has been using before, and she just takes one or two, and she sees that she's feeling better she leaves it.
Yeah, they continue the medication. Yeah, they don't finish the medication.
But then the thing is this: when you use antibiotics as prophylaxis, that is, you use it as a preventive measure. Or you
continuously use it.
Yes, it creates some kind of the bacteria. It kills some of them, while it immunizes some of them.
Okay, it
empowers them, so that when you use that drug subsequently, it won't work for that
for the one
organism
for what you're targeting it for anymore.
Yeah.
So I get that. That means that it's in common terms, it has killed all the good bacteria that's supposed to protect you when you're using the particular drug.
Yes, there is that. There is that.
Okay.
And there is the fact that when you're supposed to use, this is how it works. When you use a medication, it goes through processes.
Okay.
Your liver breaks it down, releases the active part of that drug into your system, and then it is transported to that target cell
where you're going to,
where it's needed.
Okay.
So what happens is that when you use that drug, and there's something we call bioavailability of the drug. So when you use that drug, it kills some of them, and that is why, and when it gets to a point, the availability of that drug in the system reduces.
Okay.
Which is why some people will tell you use this drug twice in a day.
Oh, use once a day.
Yes,
okay.
yes. So because it is believed that after like 9 hours or 12 hours, the concentration of that drug has reduced.
Okay.
So you need to replenish it.
Okay.
So that the effect of the drug would continue. And that is why they tell you that, okay, use this for 5 days.
Exactly, in limited time, not stay on it for the rest of your life.
So use this for 5 days, but then you see people say after 2 days they feel well
and they stop it. Yeah, especially with malaria drugs. Nigerians, we do that a lot.
All right, interesting. Mr. Oluwafemi, I love those analyses. They are LD and they are sharp. Now, let's look into this. How can the medical laboratory scientists collaborate with healthcare professionals to optimize antibiotic use and reduce AMR?
Well, that's a very lovely question. I think we are doing better now compared to some 10 years ago, because medical practice now is working towards even personalized medicine. And what do I mean by that? We've come to understand the importance of collaboration in the healthcare space, in the medical space, where we see the importance of the doctor, with the importance of the pharmacist, the importance of the nurse, the importance of the medical laboratory scientist.
Okay.
Some years ago, we do not have that. I could remember when during my training as a medical laboratory scientist, I went to a doctor in our clinic then, and I told him that, see, I've done tests and I've seen that I have malaria. And the guy was like, who told you that? It's only it's testing that will tell you that you have malaria. I was like, what are you even saying? The only way you can confirm if you have an ailment is when you go through testing. And now, because you want to prove some kind of superiority complex, you're trying to talk me down. And at the end of that conversation, he was telling me that, do you know you can still go back and do medicine? I was like, that's even out of the point. But now we've come to understand the unique roles of each healthcare professional. So the role of the medical laboratory scientist is even beyond diagnosis. We even do surveillance. Because you cannot say that a drug is resistant except we tell you that it's resistant. Because in a climb like ours, 2 weeks ago, I was in a conference, a summit, Impact Africa Summit. And then they asked a question like, okay, how do you know the effectiveness of the drug and all that? And the first thing the physician said was that, see, the first thing that comes to mind when you talk about, when you see a drug not functioning, is that you've prescribed or you've used a fake drug.
There's that.
There's that.
There's that.
And there is drug resistance. So the first thing that comes to mind for a random physician who is not that deep is that maybe it's a fake drug. Let's try and get from another source. But then you cannot confirm that a drug is resistant if we have not told you that it's resistant. Because what we do in the lab is that we try to isolate the organism. We try to grow it in the lab. And then we test different drugs. We identify it that, okay, this is this, this is that. Then we try to test different drugs against that organism. And then we now track the one that is effective, the one that is not effective. We call it resistant drugs, and we now detect the ones that are sensitive.
So you're saying that it's not only antibiotics that can be resistant to somebody.
No.
There can be other drugs also that can be resistant to somebody, because I think in the last 3 years, antibiotics has been the forefront of conversations for medical practitioners about resistance, about how they will do surgeries for people and then they will try to treat some infections with antibiotics, and it doesn't work anymore. All because of the fact that the people, Nigerians, we tend to use a lot of antibiotics. I don't know who is prescribing it for us, but any little thing we are going to, just like a UTI you mentioned, most ladies will tell you, I'll use Flagyl 400 and then I'm good to go. You didn't go to the hospital to know whether you can use it. You didn't even know whether you can take injection for it, because a lot of people think infection is stereotype alone to sexually transmitted disease, whereas you can get UTI as a lady in a different form, but they don't know. Maybe they are shy to talk about that with their doctors. Maybe they don't want to be judged, because most of them will be like, why would I go to the hospital to go and tell a male doctor or a female doctor that I have? They'll be like, oh, maybe I am loose. Those are conversations that medical practitioners need to actually have with different people. They need to bring out this awareness that there's some illness that is not even associated to STI, but many people don't know that. We are, according to maybe research or statistics, is common for women to actually have infection. Maybe because of where you are using your toilet, maybe the water you are using. The first time I got a UTI infection, it was the water in where I served in Ibadan. It was a well water that I used, and I noticed it, and I'm like, I've never, something that I've never noticed that before. I've never had a change in my body like that. So I called my father. Like, Dad, this is like, okay, go to the hospital. Somebody told me, a friend of mine told me to use Flagyl 400. I've never heard of Flagyl as 400 milligrams. I only know the Flagyl, and that Flagyl that we even use for stopping poo is not even a right medication for stopping poo. So I don't use it anymore. But if I tell my mom now that you don't use Flagyl, she'll be like, that's what they used to stop poo. There's a particular medication for poo, for you to stop your poo, for stooling. That's not it, but she doesn't listen. So I called my father. Was like, no, go to the hospital, go and check what's wrong, because I just explained my symptoms to my female friend, and she was like, no, just use Flagyl, that's it. So maybe she has gotten it a lot of time, because that was the first time I was getting it. So I had to go to the hospital, and when I got it, they were like, oh, buy a grapefruit or a grape wine. Make sure you finish the whole bottle and just come for 2 days medication, 2 days injection. And I went, and in that 2 days, that was. And when I told her, I was like, are you sure it's gone? Because I treat mine sometimes for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, you can see the difference of someone that went to the hospital. And the doctor even explained to me that sometimes if you take a lot of grape, or what they call it, this grape juice, it tends to help your bladder release more, because you are forcing your pee, it's not coming out. But then your bladder is full, but because of the fact that you have a little bit of obstruction, that is the reason why. So just make sure you always take grape fruit, or I can't remember the name of but it tastes like grape. But I remember I took that Eva wine or something, that red one. That's what he recommended for, and I don't think he even gave me any medication. It was just those 2 days injections, and that was it. But for my friend, it was a different experience entirely. So it could be that for her now, maybe she's already getting that resistance that you are talking about. But how can you be on
on. That flagyl is very bitter. So I don't know how they're using it for a whole. And she's telling me 1 in the morning, 1 in the night. So you're telling me I'm going to use like 3 sachet for like, because I'm treating something. No, that's not going to work for it. So that's why I'm very particular about it. It's not just now. It's not now just about antibiotics. There are also other medications that you can actually develop resistance for.
Yes, there are actually other resistance is resistant. It can be to a viral drug, it can be to many kind of medications, any kind. But the most common one has been
antibiotics.
Biotics.
Okay, because that's what is very common.
That is the most common one. And people just believe that if it has worked the first time, it will work the second time, which is not entirely true. The body has, take for example the UTI, the body has good microorganisms that actually protect you. But then when you use antibiotics indiscriminately, you kill them.
Those are the good bacteria I was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you kill them and then you allow for these bad microorganisms
to be playing ball.
All right, interesting. Mr. Olafemi, while making your analysis the other time, you made mention of the role of the laboratory and you made mention of surveillance. Now, let me ask you, can you please elaborate on the role of surveillance in tracking resistant patterns and informing public health policies?
So, like I said the other time, we've had a lot of policies around antimicrobial resistance, which has helped also in preserving and protecting higher burden on our healthcare system. Because currently, you will talk about brain drain. I saw a consultant, I think nephrologist, saying that in the current statistics for consultant nephrologists is 1 to 1, is it 1 million in Nigeria? Now imagine a situation whereby, and what happens when antimicrobial resistance occurs and we do not track it down now, is that it increased hospitalization rate. People will keep on coming back and coming back and coming back to treat the same thing. And it increases the burden on our healthcare system. The same time a doctor would used to attend to like other people, it would keep on using it to attend to same persons. So we see that, and then we've had the role of the medical laboratory scientists to help the physician track down and know how to make their treatments more effective. So, like I said the other time, you cannot know if a drug is resistant if we do not tell you that it's resistant. We are the ones that know the pattern. We see it from the lab that, okay, after a while, and that is the reason for data. We have our data. So we see it from pattern that, okay, over a while, and for example, we have MRSA, which is the methicillin resistant Staphylococcus aureus, which is being tracked right now. That is the role of a medical laboratory scientist. So we see the pattern, we see the drugs that are being resistant to these things, and then we alert the policymakers that, see, these are the drugs that we've seen over time that is becoming resistant to this class of organisms. So it involved and it informs them of the kind of policies that can be taken to prevent these things. So in the National Action Plan it took effect from last year 2024 to 2028, over a 4 years period. There is the antimicrobial stewardship, which is a policy that promotes the prudent use of antibiotics in both human and an animal. Do you know, shockingly, that one of the major contributors for drug resistance,
this particular question,
is from animal.
I wanted to ask about agriculture, livestock.
Yeah,
that's where my question is going to come from, because it's very, like, I'm aware of the fact that the medication they use in treating what we ingest can also cause a lot of antibiotic deposit in our body. So I wanted to ask you that, I wanted you to even explain in great detail how that's, because a lot of Nigerians consume chicken, beef, pork, you know, stuff like that, and these are the medication that these what will I say it? Will I say the owners of this poultry, they don't even have the knowledge. It's not as if they have a veterinary doctor that is taking care of their livestock. They just maybe let me just put antibiotics. Let me grind it into the water they are drinking. Let me do that, and then they are feeding these people these things, and for us consuming it also is depositing in our body. I wanted you to explain that for me. Those are one of the questions that I wanted to ask you.
Okay, so you see, we in this our country, we are used to, we believe so much in knowledge that we don't have. Some of us, we've turned ourselves to doctors, we've turned ourselves to veterinary doctors, we've turned ourselves to mechanics, we've turned ourselves to talk about anything.
Talk about trades.
So, and this is creating more harm than good. It is very right that antibiotic deposit comes from this livestock that we consume.
Yeah.
Talk about cows, chickens, and all that. So sometimes the antibiotics being used for this treatment in these poultries, sometimes they are used for prophylaxis. That means they don't see anything happening to those chicken or those birds or those.
Just before anything happens. Yeah, they do it every morning.
That. And that puts the drug deposit in the meat that is produced from this livestock.
So no matter the cooking that you cook, is still going to be
still going to be there. It's not an organism that dies by maybe you eat them, you subject them to high temperatures and all that. No, that doesn't happen.
So that means this particular drug doesn't have any effect, like negatively, because if they are giving it
does.
So no, I'm talking about the livestock, not us. Yeah, it does have a very, very bad effect on us, because that's what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the livestock, because I'm wondering how an animal will be taking this thing, and then we, the last consumers of this thing, are going to be the ones suffering from it. So that means maybe it doesn't have any effect on the animals, or what? Why exactly are they giving the animals those things?
Drug resistance to happen in
animals.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Okay.
And what happens is that when we now consume this produce, we take these, we call them superbugs, because they've been exposed to these drugs over time, and they've built immunities against them. And that is one. And we have zoonotic diseases, which is from animals to human. So as it affects them, it affects us too.
Okay.
And that is where the role of policies come in. That is where it comes in.
All right, interesting. I know you're enjoying yourself on the conversation this morning on Perspective. We're discussing the crucial role of medical laboratory scientists in the fight of antimicrobial resistance, and we have Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele on the conversation. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we dissect and ponder better on this issue. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Please sip your coffee. We'll be right back.
Hey there! Do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
We appreciate you for still staying there and watching Perspective on ConsumerHallaTV. This is where we have discussions about pressing issues and burning issues making the round. And on the conversation, we are having something important that it's crucial to talk about. That is the crucial role of a medical laboratory scientist in the fight against antimicrobial resistance. And we have Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele on the conversation. Now let's get to it. What are the implications of AMR on Nigeria's healthcare system?
So when we talk about how this directly affect our healthcare system, one of the things we'll talk about is the effect of AMR, which is treatment failure. You notice that you keep on treating the same thing over and over again. And then this is increasing the burden on our healthcare system. So take for example, another topic is this typhoid thing. When people say that I have typhoid, and I have this thing, I have that, how do you know you have typhoid? Because before you have typhoid, the way you ingest salmonella is, have you taken any dirty water? How are you sure that? You can't even assert. If you have typhoid, you won't be the one to tell us you have typhoid. So you just say people just when they feel fever or they are pooing, they tell you that they have typhoid.
Or diarrhea.
Or diarrhea. which of course increases the burden, the healthcare burden we are faced with in the healthcare space. Where treatments now fail. We are now burdened with the fact that researchers will now have to look for new drug that can treat these infections.
All right, I love this conversation a lot because it has to do with the daily lives of we Nigerians 24/7. And now you've told us about the implications of AMR on the healthcare system in Nigeria. So what step can Nigerians take to prevent AMR? And how can we promote the awareness? Because she mentioned about the awareness earlier on and about responsible antibiotic use, because there is a whole lot of misuse outside there.
Yeah, that is why I must commend platforms like ConsumerHallaTV, ConsumerHallaTV, which gives the privilege to put out this information there, because they say knowledge is power.
Yeah, it is.
More of these things are health behaviors that we've learned over generations. You see your mother treat any small thing, gives you anti-malaria, gives you one dose of antibiotics. When you give birth to, you believe that that is the pattern. And when you've seen it work once, you believe that it will continue to work. So it is on every one of us to put out that information. Like, I must commend you telling your friend about the need to go to the hospital to get tested, to get proper treatment. And then I must commend also you giving your mother a feedback that, okay, this is what I went through.
Till now.
But believe me, you've passed the message.
They don't listen. These are our mothers. They don't listen. You tell them a lot of things. They'll be like, and you're more saying, you these children of nowadays. Do you know what's funny is that I feel like what you're saying is very true. It's like a generational thing. My mother did it. So why is it going to be a problem for me? This issue of dusting powder, all this rub for children. If I tell my mother, when I give birth, you will not shake my baby because of shaking baby syndrome. She doesn't believe any of that. Didn't I do it for you? You know how did you?
Did you die?
You tell me, like, you know all those. They are very funny that there are things that, and I now explain to her that. Do you notice that the mortality rate in the country has dropped because people that are giving birth after you guys are more aware? You can't compare the mortality rate of when you were giving birth as at that time, even up to 2007, compared to it now. Even we losing mothers now, some mothers already have their birth plan. They will ask you, do you have blood in store for me? Because they are informed of all of these things. So, but the older generation would not listen. They would not listen to you because we have that issue. And these are issues that I feel like the public healthcare system needs to address. Maybe there's a need for just not taking drugs to rural area. There is a need for proper education. And I love the fact that you came here this morning to address people, to let them know that this is what is going on in the country. You having your baby on the same bed with you is as you saying that you want to just kill that child. God forbid, a lot of people's children die. You just see them, we slept together yesterday, and what happened? You might have rolled, or the people might have rolled and suffocated, but they don't understand any of this because they've been doing it, and so it is very, very safe and practical, which is not always like that.
Very true.
All right, now, what do you think is the fears of Nigerians that make them neglect hospitals and laboratory when they are feeling ill and prefer to do self-medication? Because this is becoming alarming, and right now we need to create that awareness that what you're doing is bad, and it's high time people stop it and do the right thing at the right time.
You see, one of the things I must commend the Lagos state government for is their role in helping to reduce payment of healthcare services out of pocket.
Okay.
So you see the Lagos state, what do they call them now? I think, is it Lamasa or something, that are in charge of HMOs, Lagos State Health Management
organizations.
Yes. So you see them going to rural communities to tell them that, okay, you can be on this platform and then you don't need to pay for healthcare services.
A lot of them actually.
So,
Niger girls, I've seen a lot.
Yeah. So one of the major contributors for people not patronizing it's money. And would you blame them?
No.
Because the economy has affected the healthcare system too. Take for example, some years ago, I'm a medical laboratory scientist. One of our reagents used in testing HIV used to sell for 18,000 naira. Guess how much is this now?
Just to test for HIV.
As in the kit used for testing. Guess how much it is now?
How much?
120,000.
I was thinking about that.
18,000.
From 18,000.
That was when?
That was about a year ago or a year and a half.
That's 2023. Let's say 2023.
Let's say 2023.
Wow.
Now it's 120,000. Where would the money come from? People will pay. So one of the major reasons why people don't use healthcare facilities is because of money. And then the solution to that is we should encourage our people to be on HMO platforms.
So it's not only because many people think HMO is just for office people, 9 to 5.
No.
So it's not just for office people.
No, it's
okay.
not. It's not. It's not. With the policy in Lagos State that every worker must be on HMO. If you are employing more than 5 staff, you must place them on HMO.
So Ilera Eco is also like an HMO.
Yes.
Because I know that Ilera Eco,
Yes,
I think it's
Ilera-
for elderly. Is
Ilera
it just
Eco.
for elderly people? It's just
No,
for
it's for everybody.
Okay, okay. That one is for reducing
Yeah.
the money. But it only works for public hospitals, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You've commended the Lagos State government in charge of HMOs and all of that. How can the government and the private sector support the medical laboratory scientists in the fight against AMR?
Okay, one of the things that we can do, and we that will help the system, is for research and development.
Okay.
Because when this occurs, new drugs must be discovered, and also funding. Help our system to get funding, so that we can help better place our healthcare system. So there are many ways, and help in surveillance also. So these are ways that the public and private partnerships can help in curbing this particular issue, because it's a menace.
It is.
It is a menace. According to the World Health Organization, about 1.2 million people face this yearly.
Yearly, not the total. Wow.
All
Sorry,
right.
before you
okay.
go, because I know we are almost at the end
Definitely.
of the program, I want you to help educate the audience watching right now at home, and people are going to still watch the program after we are done with this program, about the fact that AMR is a very important conversation, and it's a very important issue that is affecting us. Does it have a cure? These are things that I know many of us will want to know. Is it curable, or once you have that particular resistance, you have to be placed on other diagnoses?
Well, antimicrobial resistance for organisms, it's not curable, and it's not, how do I put this now? Malaria is UTI is an infection, it's a disease. STIs can be diseases and all that. But for antimicrobial resistance, it can happen across board. It can happen to just anything, any disease. So if you are resistant to a drug, the thing is that we try to get other drugs that can work for you.
That's what I'm talking about, the personalized medication.
So,
and that's a lot of money, more than the one you're supposed to avoid.
The thing is that if a drug A doesn't work for you, we look for higher strength, which will cost you more money.
You could have avoided that by going to the hospital or by going to a laboratory to, check on what is going on. So what we are saying is that if you develop this particular resistance, which is AMR, antimicrobial resistance, there is no cure for it. So you need, you and your medical team need to look for other medications that would work for you. And trust me, if you don't know that you have this particular issue, it is also an issue that can lead to death. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Because there's some people that go for major surgeries and then they have infection from those surgeries, but you cannot treat them with antifungal or anti-malaria anymore because you're already used to that particular one and it's not working for you. And these infections can be, a facilitator of death. A lot of people have died due to this particular issue. So that's what we are talking about this morning.
All right,
Thank you.
interesting. Now to brush things up, because we have to round the conversation up this morning. What message would you like to convey to Nigerians about the importance of the medical laboratory scientists in combating AMR?
What I would say to us is, beyond seeking medical attention, make sure that when you have things like UTIs, get tested.
Exactly.
Because that's the only way you can know what drug will work for you.
That's true.
Drugs is not one shoe fits all. It's not one shoe fits all. The same this infection that person A has and person B has, maybe one of the drugs can treat A and not treat B.
Really?
So it's due to the exposures we've had over time.
Okay.
So the thing is, when you have you believe that you are feeling sick, seek proper medical attention.
Please do.
And then when you need to use antibiotics, your doctor needs to use antibiotics on you, get tested.
All right, interesting. It's been a insightful and engaging conversation with the help of Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele, joining us on Perspective Live in the studio this beautiful morning to talk about the crucial role of a medical laboratory scientist in the fight against antimicrobial resistance. And hopefully you've said all these things. I hope we, because I don't want to use Nigerians, because we all are Nigerians. So I hope we act swiftly to all these things, and definitely we might overcome the issue of AMR in Nigeria. It's a very beautiful conversation. Mr. Oluwafemi, thank you so much for joining us on the conversation once again. All right, we need to bring all things to an end on Perspective. Another beautiful edition of Perspective will be back tomorrow. Remember, Perspective is where we talk about all the pressing and burning issues making the round. I am Ire Ayo Mikoleke. Bye for now, and do well to enjoy the rest of your day by being productive.
My name is Tunde Olufowora. I'm the CEO of Van Eyck Communications. We are we call the publisher or the owner of the new initiative called ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is actually Nigeria's first consumer-centered, or call it consumer-centric television platform that aims to bring voice to the over 220 million Nigerians. It was a vision that came to my heart about 10 years ago. I remember that I was traveling. I traveled out of the country, on airline. And I had this unpleasant experience. It was a trip to an African country from Nigeria, and I actually went with a local flight from Nigeria. I wouldn't want to mention the name of the airline. And then it was to South Africa, and we landed in South Africa. And let me just paraphrase it. When I was coming back, I had some money, some dollars, and that someone had given to me to hand over to another person in Nigeria. So I wanted to help out. I didn't want to carry the cash on myself. So for whatever reason, I opted to. I had a small case, and I felt that it was safer for me to put the money in my luggage. So I put it in a safe place in my luggage, got everything intact, and I checked in my luggage. My arrival in Nigeria, I was standing and was waiting by the carousel just so that I could pick up my luggage, and then I was there for 1 hour and waiting for my luggage. I didn't know that my luggage already arrived, and it was one of the luggage that was moving around on the carousel. So after about 1 hour wait, I looked to my left and my right. Almost everybody had gone. I think there were just about 2 or 3 left. So I beckoned on the woman that was on my side, and I noticed she was really in tears. Madam, what happened? She said, her bag has just been torn and a lot of things stolen. So I said, well, I've also been waiting for my own. she said, you better go and check those, those luggages there. Maybe yours is one of them. And lo and behold, I went around there. Mine was one of them. By the time I got it, everything inside my luggage was gone. All the valuable things there were gone. To cut the long story short, we felt there was need for us to report the case, at least to the airline. It was in the night, about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. We went in to go and see the officer that was in charge. As soon as we got in there, the officer said, "Oh, so sorry, but you will have to go to our head office in somewhere in Victoria Island, to lodge a complaint." Okay. So the next day we went to the Victoria Island and we lodged a complaint, and that was it. And since that day, I'm talking a story of over 10 years ago, I didn't get a call, not even a call from that airline to talk to me about what happened to my luggage. Now, about a month after that trip, I had another opportunity to travel out of the country. This time around it was to US, and it was an official assignment. And I flew on, I will mention the airline this time around. I flew on a BA. I really didn't like BA. I usually go with Virgin Atlantic and things like that. But my protocol officer convinced me and said, "Okay, you will love BA. Why don't you go on BA?" Anyway, so I went on BA to US. And of course, on our return from US to Nigeria, we had to do, of course, there'll be like a connecting flight, from Heathrow. So we got into London Heathrow, and then because it was through Heathrow that we went, and then so they changed since it was BA, they changed the aircraft this time around to a bigger one. I mean, clearly because there were more Nigerians, or more people that were planning to come to Nigeria, and then we boarded. Not quite 10 minutes into the flight, in the air, the aircraft started malfunctioning. The air conditioning compartment were not functioning very well. I was on what you call business economy. The whole of that business economy all the way to economy side, the ACs were not working well. It was hot. And then I was watching. And then from that moment till we got to Nigeria. From that moment till we got to, I'm just trying to paraphrase. From that moment till we got to Nigeria, I could remember very well how many times the pilot, broke into conversation and had to apologize and say, "We're really very sorry about this." He was giving us almost every 30 minutes. There's always a kind of update. "So sorry, this is what we're doing now, this is what we're doing." While we were on that journey, I also remember an incident. So they came, the crew apparently couldn't resolve it. They couldn't manage the crisis or what was going on about it. They couldn't fix it. So they come up and said, "We're so sorry, but for all the inconvenience, we're declaring, free lunch, free whatever it is you want, you can get." So trust Nigerians, you need to hear how everybody were jubilating, But something struck me. The experience I had just about a month before, and this experience, somehow I started comparing them. I was trying to see how this matter will be managed. Again, to cut the story short, we landed in Nigeria on BA. Before we landed, the pilot announced and said that for the inconvenience, they will be giving a voucher of £50 to everyone that flew on that aircraft. I thought it was a joke. I mean, it was my first time with BA, but for what I knew or know of the British man would never even play with his 1 penny, talking of £1. So I felt that must be a joke of the year. So we left, I got back to my office. I think it was just about a week after. My officer, our guys in our mail room came up and said, "Oh, you have a parcel." So I said, "Parcel? Yeah." So they bought this parcel, wrapped. I opened it, and boom, I bought the document out. It was the £50 voucher from BA. So what's the tenor of this story? An experience with one airline was terrible, no apology. An experience with another one, even though it was a bad experience, but it was very managed, well managed. So managed that even if we have suffered anything in that aircraft, you probably, for the sake of how they manage it, will have forgiven them. So that was how this journey started. So I started thinking, my mind, this is what we go through in this country. But are we different from other nations? So God put in my heart the idea of ConsumerHalla. That's why the Hala came with consumer. And we started that journey about 10 years ago. We started by creating a platform called ConsumerHalla, where consumers, so I discovered that Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. So things happen, and that's it. We live with everything. So we've started the journey from creating the platform. We have an app, we even have a magazine, and we thought we could move it from that to the next stage, which is the television. So the TV today, has come. So I would say precept by precept, line upon line, we have been able to build on our aspiration, to finally bring to birth this unique and exciting platform, So it's a digital telecast, and our goal is to further connect consumers in Nigeria to brands with insightful news, development within the fast-paced world of consumers. The world of consumers is growing at a very fast pace, So we want to inform Nigerians. We want to get them educated about their rights, So our role is that we're going to educate consumers in Nigeria, all right? So by bringing them specialized and what you call analytical, research-based content generation that will inform, educate, sensitize the audience, So that's ConsumerHallaTV. So I call it an offshoot of our ConsumerHalla brand. ConsumerHalla brand actually was the first we call it the first complaint or consumer complaint resolution portal. When we started it about 10 years ago, or about 7 years ago, it became the first complaint resolution portal. We created it so that Nigerians can actually lodge complaint on that portal. We spent a lot of resources to build a very robust platform where today, if you have any complaint, about any brand, any leading brands in Nigeria, and you go on that platform, you can actually click, just a click, you can find the brand, you can actually lodge your complaint, and once you submit it, that complaint will be routed to that organization, and within 72 hours, we will obtain feedback for you. We build it in such a way that we have connection to almost all the organizations, and it's been working. We've resolved several complaints for people without having to charge them any penny, because the idea is not to charge. So what we have done with ConsumerHallaTV is to take it to the next level. So we hope to change the narrative. We want to give the right direction. Nigeria has the largest consumer market in the world, with a population of over 220 million people. Why should we be the one that is suffering the most? Everywhere you turn to, it's as though Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. You're traveling, you buy a ticket. For whatever reason, an airline will wake up middle of the night, delay the flight for whatever reason, and then you'll be waiting at the airport for hours. You'll be there for 2 hours, 3 hours, no any explanation. Then while you're there, they can even wake up and say, oh, flight has been cancelled. So everybody carry their luggage and go home. Nothing happened. Of course, things are changing. We must commend government because government is beginning to wake up, but there's still a lot to be done. And we believe that we can help to make, bring about those right changes. So we offer deliberately, part of what we do is that we also offer advocacy, all right? We're not just an advocacy organization, but we offer advocacy. We have a legal team, we have lawyers that are registered on our platform, all right, that can also take up cases, okay? So, and we've taken up many cases like that, and won those cases. So, ConsumerHalla is a platform to help consumers to, we're not fighting brands, but rather we say we're bringing about an amicable, resolution of conflict, such that it will be beneficial to the consumers and also be beneficial to the brand. I remember the word of Jeff Bezos. Bezos is the founder of Amazon. He said that the most important single thing, all right, for an organization is to focus obsessively, use the word obsessively, on the customer.
Good morning, the time is 10 o'clock. Thank you for joining us on ConsumerHallaTV News at 10, where we give you the latest update happening around. Thanks for joining us once again. I am Iri Ayomikole Ike. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Industry Association of Nigeria on Sunday over the weekend renewed its call for the federal government to divest majority shares in the nation's state-owned refineries, urging authorities to adopt the Nigeria LNG model by selling at least 51% equity to core investors. Under this arrangement, the government will retain a minority stake while selling the majority shareholding to core investors. Meanwhile, the national president of Pengassan and the Trade Union Congress, Mr. Festus Osifo, made the recommendation when it featured on the national TV. It said the union had consistently canvassed partial privatization of the refineries over the past 2 decades, insisting that government ownership structure had hindered efficiency and commercial viability. We move away from that. The green project across Africa is seeking approximately 3 billion naira in funding as investors prepare to engage with the cured pipeline of climate solutions spanning more than 25 countries at Africa's Green Economy Summit 2026, and this is scheduled to be held in Cape Town, South Africa. According to the organizers of the summit, the investment pipeline covers early stage, small and medium enterprises, as well as expansion and infrastructure opportunities across sectors, including renewable energy, waste management, circular economy, solutions, sustainable agriculture, the blue economy, and the nature-based project. The African Green Economy Summit is designed to accelerate transactions through focused speech sessions, investor briefings, and created one-to-one matchmaking designed to align founders with development finance institutions, commercial banks, venture funds, and specialist partners. And right in Lagos State, a report says the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria has reported a fire outbreak at Terminal 1 of Muritala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. The disclosure came in a statement posted on the authority official X handle yesterday. The airport authority has confirmed that no casualties have been recorded and emergency teams are on site working to contain the situation, and passengers and stakeholders at the airport have been urged to remain calm while FAN continues to monitor the incident and provide update. FAN said its firefighting team is actively responding to the incident and reassure the public that lives are not at risk. However, on the fire incident, the airport authority promised to provide more update as the situation develops. And now from Lagos State, let's move to technology, where Spotify reports the Nigerian users streamed over 1.4 million hours of music last year, while total podcast consumption on the platform since the launch has exceeded 59 billion hours. According to a statement released on Spotify, the news agency of Nigeria reported this yesterday in Lagos State, has made it known that the figure reflects the rapid growth of streaming in Nigeria at an average rate of 163.5% over the past 5 years. According to Spotify, the average Nigerian listener is 26-year-old, demonstrating a young and adventurous market that engages with a wide range of music and podcast content. The streaming growth has been driven by both genre diversity and language, with Afrobeat leading the charge, seeing a 5,000% increase in streams locally between 2021 and 2025. Let's now move to Enugu State, where the Enugu State Structures for Signage and Advertisement Agency has fixed a mandatory 150 million naira advertising the permit for political parties and candidates ahead of the coming election. A statement released by the agency General Manager, Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, Mr. Francis Aniwike, following the management meeting held at its headquarters in Enugu. Reports say the directive comes as political activities begin to build toward the next election. According to Mr. Francis, all political parties and candidates must obtain the campaign permit before deploying any virtual campaign materials or roundup promotion items. The agency said the 150 million naira permit grant approval is to deploy campaign materials such as banners, billboards, buntings, branded vehicles, t-shirts, caps, and bills and street campaigns promotions across both urban and rural communities in the state. Let's move away from Enugu State. Now we're focused on this report as the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency arrests a Milan-bound passenger Michael Gohori, also known as Anua Michael, at Malam Aminu Kano International Airport for ingesting 82 wraps of cocaine. This was disclosed in a statement signed by Mr. Femi Babafemi, the Director of Media and Advocacy at the NDLEA headquarters Abuja, on the 1st of February this year. The arrest forms part of the ongoing operations by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency targeting illegal drug trafficking through Nigeria's airport and land borders. The NDLEA said the 41-year-old Ivorian national was intercepted at the departure row during outward clearance of Ethiopian Airlines flight ET940 to Milan via the Addis Ababa when it was taken for a body scan, and the result confirmed the ingestion of illegal substances. Let's talk about the consumer-related story right now, but on the foreign scene. Canada has revised its study permit policy, reducing the validity period granted to international students who must complete preparatory courses before beginning longer academic programs. This is according to the update guidance issued to immigration officers by Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada. The prerequisite courses are like pre-degree or master programs, which must be completed before candidates are allowed to start their main course of study. According to Immigration, Refugees and Canada Citizenship, study permit for the prerequisite courses will now be issued for only 90 days beyond the duration of the preparatory program. And after completing the prerequisite, the student must apply for a new study permit for the main program. And if the application is submitted from within Canada, the student will continue studying on the maintained status for the new permit is processed. And that is that away from the foreign scene. Now back home. A Gateway Mortgage Bank Limited has announced the successful acquisition of 2.2 billion naira from the Ministry of Finance Incorporated Real Estate Investment Fund. The fund, specifically designed, is to provide a long-term, low-interest financing, and this marks a significant milestone for the Ogun State government-owned institution as a scale-up effort to make the affordable housing a reality for both resident Nigerians and the diaspora. The acting managing director, while speaking on Wednesday, if you're just joining us, this is ConsumerHallaTV News. Then answer this report. There is more to it. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for still staying with us. Now let's move to other news report. In Ogun State, the Gateway Mortgage Bank Limited has announced the successful acquisition of 2.2 billion from the Ministry of Finance Incorporated into Real Estate Investment Fund. The fund, specifically designed, is well known to provide a long-term, low-interest financing, and this marks a significant milestone for the Ogun State government-owned institution as a scale-up effort to make affordable housing a reality for both residents and Nigerians in the diaspora. The acting managing director of Gateway Mortgage Bank, while speaking last week on Wednesday, Mrs. Ronke Akinyele, confirmed that the bank has moved beyond the approval stage and is already actively injecting the capital into the housing market. And now from Ogun State, let's talk business now. The Nigerian equities market extended its bullish run week on week as sustained demand across key sectors lifted the benchmark index further into record territory amid rising global oil prices. The market recorded the highest week-on-week gain as investors gained over 8 trillion naira from their investments listed on the Nigerian Exchange Limited. The review of the market performance last week showed that the Nigeria Foreign Exchange Market capitalization, which represents the value of equities, rose significantly to record the highest this year. We're at 126 trillion naira from 117 trillion naira the previous week. Moreover, in the same vein, another stock market performance indicator says the all-share index climbed higher by 6.95% to close last Friday over the weekend at 194,989 points from 182,313 points the previous week. And now analysts noted that this reflects the growing investor confidence underpinned by selective institutional accumulation and renewed positioning in fundamental strong counters. Meanwhile, in the broader macro environment, the global oil prices provided an additional sentiment support, and the Brent crude traded above $71 per barrel, while the WTI hovered near $66 amid renewed geopolitical tension in the Middle East. The Lagos State government has approved a 13% increase in fare across all services under the bus reform initiative, which includes the bus rapid transit system and standard bus routes throughout the state. The executive governor of Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, granted the approval after receiving the passionate appeal from regulated public transport operators who highlighted the mounting challenges threatening the long-term viability of their operations in Nigeria's current economic climate. The statement by Head of Corporate Communications, Lamata Kolawole Ojelabi, the revised fare structure says this will come into effect from the 2nd of March next month. And his statement says the adjustment is designed to help offset the severe impact of the ongoing economic pressures on public transport providers. He also says this aligns with the state previously established annual fare review mechanism, and the urgency is of the measure which is driven by persistent inflationary trends. Thank you for joining us always. We've come to the end of ConsumerHalla TV News at 10. Stay with us for the rest of the day. Let's meet by 12 for the media news this afternoon. I am Iri Ayomi Kunle Eke. Follow us on all our social media platforms and be a partaker of all our insightful programs on our YouTube channel, ConsumerHalla TV. Good morning. Thank you for joining.
We often say that customers is a king. They should sit at the top of the ladder. In our environment, customers are the ladder. A brand wakes up today, decide what product to produce. They wake up today, decide how much the consumer should pay. They wake up to decide everything for consumers. So consumers are just at the receiving end. And yet, they are milking the consumers. There's no price regulation in this country. None. People just wake up and fix prices. Look at the power. Government wakes up, we change policy, we wake up and we get people to pay more. We think it's time for consumers to begin to speak out. In speaking out, in engaging, we can get the brand to begin to do what is right. And of course, I know that the consumers themselves need to be educated. So our role, our vision also is to ensure that we educate consumers. We bring awareness. A lot of Nigerian consumers don't even know about their rights. You buy a product from a supermarket. I've had this experience. You buy a product from a supermarket. All right, for whatever reason, you take that product back to your house and maybe something went wrong somewhere. By the time you take that product back to the shop where you bought it from and you say, Oga, this thing, you know what's going to tell you? Oga, na me make am. Na me make am now, that's why I buy am. Meaning that there's nothing I can do to the product. So you lose the product, then you lose your money. Because the money is not refunded, the product you can't use. Only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Let me give you another experience I had. In the course of this, because I went around, in doing this. I was in US, I was in UK, I was in South Africa, I was in Germany, just because of this, to just study the environment. I was in a friend's house in UK, in London. And then what happened? We were going to go out and he was going to dress up. So he said, to me, I was seated in his sitting room. So he said, wait a minute, I picked up an iron, that's the pressing iron, 2 days ago or so from a store. Let me try this, let me just stand, use that to iron my shirt and we can go out. So I was seated, the TV was on, I was watching. While I watched him, he brought out the pressing board, spread it out, brought the iron out in my presence, plugged in the iron, and then as soon as he switched on the power button, we just had a spark, boom. The guy was raged. Then he goes, what just happened? So he said, no, these guys are in trouble, they're in soup. I was thinking, what are you going to do? I was trying to compare that experience to what would have happened in Nigeria. In my presence there, he opened the pack, there was a card inside it. Inside that card was a call, number to call. And they called the shop or wherever he got the thing from. I was hearing the conversation that was going on. And all he said to them on the phone was, look, by the time he even called, clearly because they already, through the call, they could trace where he was calling from and who was calling. He said, I picked up this number, I picked up this iron yesterday, and guess what? I just plugged it to power, and then this thing just, stopped, didn't work. At the other hand, I could hear the voice, we're so sorry. we're sorry about that. And they said, this is your address. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get you a replacement. All right. So my friend ended the call and dropped the. So I said, so what's going to happen? He said, don't worry yourself now. Should we're here. They will bring a replacement. I said, they will bring a replacement. He said, yes. I said, they won't even try to check whether it was your fault, because it could have been your fault. Maybe you didn't do something well about the first. No, it can't be his fault. Maybe it's a brand new item that he bought. While we were still talking, in fact, I'm not even sure it was up to 30 minutes or so, we had a knock on the door. He himself said he must be the dispatch person. By the time he opened the door, it was a dispatch man that was on the other side. And then the dispatch man was at the door. Just watched it. Was at the door. I was seated in the sitting room. The guy was at the door to meet with the dispatch guy. The dispatch man that brought the replacement iron, I heard him say, "We're so sorry." So I was so shocked. I mean, a dispatch man, this guy is a dispatch, so also apologize. I was so touched by it that even a dispatch man was so trained, to tell the guy, we are so sorry. And guess what? He brought the replacement iron. By the time my guy opened the iron, it was a bigger size iron. So they replaced with a bigger size iron. The guy never asked for the one that went bad. He didn't say, "Okay, where is the other one that we gave to you," so that he could take it back. No, he just bought a new one and gave it back. So I asked my friend, I said, "Can you interpret this to me?" He said, "Here in London, if they didn't do this, they know the next thing I will do." So I'm just going to grab a lawyer. I'm going to tell them they've destroyed something in my house. By the time I'm done, they will pay through their nose. Because the consumers are conscious of their rights. In Nigerian consumers, even those who are aware, won't even take the battle up. Everybody just go, what can we do now? Today they wake up and ban this. What can we do now? So we're going to change the narrative. We have to stand up. So the vision of ConsumerHallaTV is really to create an engagement platform that constantly mirrors the minds of consumers and provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria. Thus, we believe, we'll be forming part of that, our overall vision, of creating a more caring world of consumers where businesses thrive. So I think that we'll make our impact.